Hey everyone, welcome to 2025. And what I'll be doing each month of the year this year is providing some helpful nutrition information in digestible, no pun intended, easy to understand concepts that can help you feel better, lose unwanted weight, have better strategies when it comes to nutrition. Consider this a free, helpful resource. So, what I wanted to kind of unpack to start in the beginning of the new year is what are macronutrients? Because I do not believe that as a whole global concept, we truly grasp these in a way that um, that might be leading to the some of the problems that we're experiencing. So let's break them down. Macronutrients, or macros for short, provide us with the nutrients and energy to play multiple roles within the body: growth, bodily functions, health of cells, things that we're not even thinking about. Now, if we break them each down individually, there are three macronutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. None of them are evil, none of them are bad. We need all of them, but definitely understanding them is going to be helpful and play to our favor. Let's start with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Think about carbohydrates as an energy giving macronutrient, or it could be an energy storing macronutrient. Excuse me. So it is a source of energy. And we can get this from simple things, simple carbs. Those could be things like sweets, less ideal, um, sodas, less ideal, breads, less ideal, um, that are going to really fluctuate our insulin. So after foods like that, we get a quick response in the bloodstream. We will be hungry shortly thereafter, an hour or so after, not feel full or satiated. Um, and if that energy goes unused, it could be easily stored as body fat. And a mistake I know a lot of us can make in this area is over consuming carbohydrates, or it's our predominant macronutrient. It's not balanced in our eating profile. Thus, we just store excess energy, which eventually gets converted into body fat. And that's not the goal. Now, carbs are definitely important, and they're an important part of our our eating. Are they bad? Are the enemy? Absolutely not. Are they tasty? They sure can be, you know. So think about them, breaking them down. They can be simple and complex. Simple gives you like a quick response in the insulin realm. Complex is a little bit longer and more drawn out. And something like that, an example of that, I should say, could be something like think of like brown rice or a grain, maybe a sweet potato, a little bit starchier. And those who exercise, just as a little fun fact, timing that around post exercise is probably the most optimal time for your most carbohydrate consumption. It's not a strict and hard rule, but it's definitely a good one. Carbs can be whole, they can be processed, they can be unprocessed, they can be refined. So there's a lot of layers here, but I just wanted to start for the carbohydrates with think about it as an energy source. And if I am not where I want to be with my body and I'm taking in a lot of energy, so start paying attention to food labels, how much carbs are in this, how much is a serving of these carbs. Um, that can be super helpful. Okay. Now, the biggest domino that I always recommend and teach people that has just such a profound effect in how we feel, our body, our metabolism, our fullness is going to be the macronutrient protein. Protein is the building blocks of our body. It's formed of a bunch of amino acids that help repair our tissue, our enzymes, our hormones, our hair, our skin. It's our teeth. It's got a big role in a lot of very important functions within our body, our muscles, just the function of these things. When we think about regulating a healthy nutritional lifestyle, it's going to be super important in filling our stomach so we eat less of those energy storing macronutrients like carbs and fats, or overeat them, I should say. And what are some examples of protein? Again, it's an area that can get a little bit tricky in terms of, is it just a protein? Is it a combo protein? But for now, if I'm strictly looking at protein, egg whites, 99% fat-free chicken. I'll say an egg with the asterisk that an egg also comes with some fat. Ground turkey, shrimp, tuna, deli turkey. And here's a fun one. People mistakenly view peanut butter as a protein because it has protein. Protein is within peanut butter. And I know peanut butter is tasty, but my friends, it is a 2-to-1 fat to protein. So it is predominantly a fat. It's 16 grams of fat, which is quite a bit. So just a little fun notion there. Now, when you're thinking about proteins, again, a quick little guidance here. A good rule of thumb is to work your way up to 50 grams plus at every meal. And I know a lot of people, maybe they're taking in 50 grams in a day, and that can seem like, how in the world do I do that? You do it slowly and you do it over time, but it will make a significant change in your body composition, how you feel, how you eat, how you think. So again, commit to that. That can be a game changer for you, and you heard it here. And then balancing out all of these is going to be fats. Now, fats kind of have a couple different roles. When I think about fats, I think about healthy fats like avocado oil, coconut oil, nuts, seeds, the fat that's found in an egg. That's half of the macronutrient. It's half protein, half fat. You're going to get some carryover fats with some fattier or higher protein things at times. There's not good fats that maybe we want to be mindful of, that we don't want to consume in excess. The thing that I think is important to hit home about fats is it's also an energy macronutrient. It's important, brain function, a lot of processes within the body, hormone production. It helps you absorb vitamin A, D, E, and K. So, and again, it's connected to your brain health. So it's a very important specific macronutrient that we need. We don't want to avoid. Now, what's unique about fat is it's easy to overconsume, especially if we find ourselves eating fast food, like we're getting a lot of that unhealthy fat through trans fats and things like that. It's tasty. Bacon, my goodness, it's tasty. And it's a thing to be mindful of because fat is 9 calories per gram, where protein and carbs are 4. Now, we're going to wrap up this first video here on just a little bit about macronutrients. And I hope there was something in here that was helpful for you to take away. But walking away, the big thing is understanding when we go to food serves a purpose. Food is fuel, it is energy. And if I find myself in a position where I don't like how I feel, I don't like how I look, I don't like how I'm performing, I need to make some changes, and it's going to start with my food, because food is a foundation for everything. How we think, how we feel, our moods, our weight, our performance, our energy levels. So the more we know in this realm, because we're going to make at least, if you eat 3 meals a day, 3 choices a day, potentially for the rest of your life, that's a lot of decisions around things that have a ripple effect. So getting that relationship to where you'd want it to be is going to be an important thing. Eating a bit more protein, being mindful of your fats, getting a lot of your carbohydrates through fruits and vegetables, and then your more treats or your complex in a little bit less doses. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you again next month.